the session and I'll go to bed because I'm
It's pretty crap.
Oh, and hello and welcome to the Effect Podcast, and we have our merry crew back again from the adventure Forked Tongues. We were on holiday, or some of us were on holiday last week, and so we didn't run a session, and we didn't run Alien the Colony as well. So if you want to be kept up to date when we are actually running streams, then what you need to do is like and subscribe and click the little bell for notifications. See, that's how professional a podcaster I am. Given that it's 2 weeks since we were last played, Mohammed here, Zaki Barakat, has offered to share with us his copious notes about what went on last time we met. But before we do that, let's just introduce our listeners to all our characters. Bruce, do you want to go first?
Hi, I'm playing Maib, a freelance spy who has been hired via Karef to help Ocean and Yakub and on this important mission. Obviously, doing it for the bar, and hopefully is not proving as useless with dice rolls in this game as we'll find out. But we'll see later on in the adventure.
And Tony.
Hi, I'm Tony. I'm Yakub Nassar, the grizzled and world-weary private detective, partner with Oshin.
And Zaki, you're mute, by the way, Mohammed. You're still silent, Tony.
We're still not hearing you, unfortunately.
No, we're still not hearing you. Shall we move on to Karif for a moment, and Mohammed can sort out his sound? Karif, yes, Nicholas.
Yeah, I'm playing Karif Samoon, a paranoid assassin of Salosian origin who hates nothing more than other Salosians.
And Oshan.
Hello, good evening. I'm Dave, and I'm playing Oshan Ispatha. I am Yakub's partner in crime, one-time detective, now someone who's learned over the last year or so that being able to fire a gun fast and hit people quickly can actually be really helpful.
So, Tony, it appears he's no longer your partner if he's an ex-detective, but we'll let you deal with that at some later stage.
I'm still part of the detective company, of course, but I'm less of a detective now than I was. I'm more into beating people.
And more
up,
of a thug. Yeah. That you have displayed those tendencies actually for the entire campaign. Mohammed, can we hear you now? No, we cannot.
No, we can't.
Which is a real pity. See, Mohammed is the one who knows what happened last time.
He knows everything that happened. He knows all things.
We're screwed. Come on, Mohammed, save us.
We could hear Mohammed beforehand. Oh,
we could.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. Hey, Mohammed, welcome.
Oh, yes.
So first of all, tell us who you're playing.
So I'm playing Zaki Barakat. I was also hired by Karif. I'm a data gen from Mira. Ocean and Yakub totally do not trust me, and
with good reason.
I never said that.
Still trying to prove my worth to them. In last weeks, after Ocean crushed the bug that was spying on us by Udon.
Yeah,
by Udon Saudi. We agreed to meet Sister Varna for more information on how to infiltrate and how we can maneuver Samish Alim. She haggled and convinced Ocean to buy a very authentic bone charm, femur bone charm. He gladly paid 500 birr.
Not sure gladly is the word I'd use, but we're on holiday.
I'm putting gladly bit. between quotation. So she said it's made from the martyr's bone. Also, she mentioned some Mirian delegation that will visit Samash Alim. And we agreed to buy some Mirian clothes. Maybe we can use it to infiltrate this delegation and sneakily meet Samash Alim with it. So I went to buy clothes from some tailor, and also I was met by Udon Fauzi, who showed me a good tailor. And after I bought the Miriam clothes, she gave me an encrypted tablet as a gift. After returning to the ship, I decrypted the tablet, and there was a message by Samash Alim. He was an elderly man wearing an armor covered with some strange glyphs, at least for Zaki. He doesn't recognize these strange glyphs. And he completely knew our plan from the start. He knew our plan from the start. He said we were being played. And he said he made an offer that we can join his order, the Order of the Cold Flame. And he said we need to join forces to fight the darkness. There was some also talk, not recognizable by Zaki, about some strange butterfly-shaped ships. Also, we noticed that he was wearing a similar charm like the one Sister Varna sold to Ocean, but the craftsmanship and the authenticity of this of the charm is very, very, very superior to the one Sister Varna gave to Ocean.
Yeah, and I guess he was carrying it
And
rather than wearing it
Samish,
because it was a large bone, a thigh bone or something.
yeah, okay. And Samish said if we are interested in his offer and peacefully go with his offer, we were to wear red clothes and meet in town square. They will know that we accepted this offer if we wear red. This is a very quick summary of what happened last 2 weeks. And until now, we didn't agree on how we will go with the plan.
Yeah, so this somewhat threw your plan into disarray since the bloke you were sent here to kill, and that Karif, I think, is still quite keen on killing since he likes nothing better than killing Zalosians, particularly high-ranking Zalosians in the Order of the Martyr. And yet he's held out a metaphorical olive branch to you. So, I leave it up to you. I'm just going to sit down and watch your argument. What are you going to do?
So I think we did come up with a list of options at the end of last time. One is just go and kill him, carry on with the plan. 2, just walk away, just leave. 3, go and join him and actually agree to his offer. And 4, which I guess could be go along with 3, is that we could go and talk to him and get him to agree to fake his death so we can make it look like we've completed our mission without actually killing him.
And see what comes out of the woodwork when everyone thinks he's dead.
It's a trap.
You've got to say it in the proper way, Nicholas.
It's a trap!
It's a trap!
A trap!
It could be. It could be.
Could well be. Yes. Could indeed well.
And I mean, he might not go for the let's. Or actually, I mean, even if he does go for the let's pretend we've killed you plan, does that just then launch the Third Horizon into war? And then we go, no, it's all right. We didn't kill him, really. Look. Whilst everyone's too busy nuking the shit out of planets and stuff.
Yeah. So I think just to remind you of your political allegiances, you have signed up you, Ocean, and Yakub have signed up as heroes of the Horizon and agents of the Zenithian hegemony.
I don't think that necessarily indicates our political allegiance, though. That's just what we've done for now.
No, however, they've instructed you to kill
Yes.
Shamud Nalim, so they may not be terribly happy if you go with either of the options where he's not dead. But you've also, just to remind all our viewers, you've also signed up with the Children of the Song. So I'm kind of just reminding you of this because you could be the Clint Eastwood figure or the Yojimbo in this, and sign up with a number of factions and play them all off together. But if you sign up with this third faction, the other two may get wind of it. I don't know, and may have opinions.
Well, I think the problem is we just don't know how to say no, do we? We're just such nice people. Yeah, we'll do that. That's what a great idea. Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, I know we were sent to kill you, but you've talked to us nicely, so we'll join you instead.
Well, I guess the other thing is now he knows. Now it's clear he knows we are here to kill him.
Yes.
He's probably told somebody else. So if we do kill him, we'll get done for the. There will be retribution.
I guess the one who hired you hired someone else also to do the job, or we are the only one who were hired.
Good question. And we don't know, do we? As far as we know, we're the only ones, but we don't know that for sure. I don't think.
And so I guess there are other crew, maybe backup crew, possibly doing the same job. So we need to be careful.
I think Kerif is a little upset that you've suggested that there's a better crew out there.
I didn't say that.
A backup crew, not necessarily better. Obviously, just in case we decided not to go through with it, I guess.
But so what's maybe if there is a backup crew, why should we care?
No, we can't actually.
We should do the job.
Whatever you bosses say, we will follow. I don't have any political benefits from killing him or.
So what's the big picture here, guys? Generally, so with the Children of the Song, who we've learned about the second horizon and the symmetry, and the danger that the first horizon is going to come and get us. Is this a bit of a sideshow? So if nothing else, what we need to do is remain in with the Church of the Children of the Song, and whatever we do with the Zalosians and the hegemony doesn't really matter.
Have you explained, Ossian, to your crewmates this deal? I've told you all as players and our audience that you've got a relationship with the Children of the Song. Have you explained that to Karif, maybe, and Zaki?
I've forgotten I had that relationship, so
that was weeks ago.
So you reminded me. No, I'm probably having this conversation with Yakub actually, and not in front of Karif, Zaki, and maybe just to be on the safe side.
Okay, so this first conversation then.
Yeah.
Tell you what, I might kick the other three out if you don't mind, gentlemen.
Okay.
And we will return to you when these guys have had their conversation.
So the other point of that is that this Cold Flame organization that this guy we're supposed to be killing represents. So he's claiming that they are basically fighting against the darkness, against the butterfly ships. So does that make them on the same side as the Children of the Song?
It might do, mightn't it? So I guess between you and I, and obviously you know my sister Isabelita a little bit, and my background, my history. I guess I'm beginning to feel a little bit about what's the best thing for the most people here, and killing a Zalosian leader that will probably plunge the Third Horizon into some sort of war might not be the best thing to do. Whereas getting on side with him, if he is being genuine about, fighting against the butterfly ships in the same way that we are, that's probably a good thing. And then having a contact high up in the Zalosian leadership might also be a good thing for Alarm's Temple and for Isabelita. So maybe I'm thinking we ought to be wearing red at that occasion. Preferably not my own blood red, with any luck.
Yes, if you're wearing red by the end of the evening, if you're not at the start.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I'm not convinced that killing this guy is going to
Are we
make
just being a pair
big...
of patsies and we're being led by the nose?
Well, yeah, we're being led by the nose by everyone we meet as we go. We just believe the last thing that we've been told.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I think it's fair to say that we're not necessarily fully sympathetic with the aims and objectives of our erstwhile employers, the hegemony, are we?
That's true.
I think that's fair to say. Maybe we need to talk to this guy, and if he's up for it, at least not necessarily fake his death, but fake our attempt on his life, but just one that failed. We can go back and say we tried, but we failed.
Yes, that's probably a better plan. Okay, how do we deal with Kerif then?
Well, we're paying him, aren't we? He'll do what we tell it. He'll do what we tell it.
That's true.
He
should do.
You'd hope.
If he doesn't, we won't hire him again.
No, because we'd probably have killed him, or he'll have killed us.
2 against 1.
Depends what the other two, whether they see us as the ultimate employers and do what we say, or side with Kerif.
Yeah.
But I think we probably do want to talk to this guy. We probably don't want to kill him. We don't necessarily want to openly join his organisation, because I say that all the other organisations we've joined with conflicting objectives might notice that and have some objections.
But then if we are just, signalling our agreement by wearing red, nobody but us and him knows that.
No, that's true.
There is a question, I guess, of what will happen if you wear red.
Yeah, it might just be that he said to his guards, "Yeah, there are people coming to kill me. They're wearing red.
So shoot them wearing red. Just kill them
immediately." Yeah, there is always that.
Yeah, that is a possibility as well, isn't it?
What we don't want to happen is him to then turn around and say, to all the cameras, "Here we are, our new recruits. It's great to see them here," and have that beamed across the horizon.
Yeah, the new heroes of Zalos.
Yeah. Maybe
we can always say,
without having to do that. Or maybe I can have a red outfit under the white one. With the white one under that. So I can go red and then become non-red as quickly. Yeah.
Or is it a red accessory on? So sorry, this is probably a discussion you want to have with the others, but are you still planning on
going to the event?
Going for the event.
I think we are, aren't we?
And infiltrating ruins is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I mean, yes, we might as well. I mean, he knows he can stop us going if he wants to, because he knows exactly who we are. So we are kind of pawns in his game at the moment. Unless we can find a way to get to him before this event. And have a conversation with him. What we need is someone who can mind read. That would be very helpful right now.
Well, I remind you that your partner does have the ability to tell whether people are telling the truth or not.
That is true.
For only a darkness point. How many times are you allowed to use that in a session or adventure, Tony?
I don't think. I'm not sure. It's limited. Let me check.
Or it's limited only by how much?
By
how many
the fact
dice
that you have to give you a darkness point to use it.
So we need to get to talk to him. Have you wasted darkness point, and then
Yes, I
then
can't do
decide how we-
that remote. I can't do that remotely. I have to be there
Yeah.
watching them to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So your
bring the others
philosophy,
back in.
your plan is made in. Do you want to bring the others back in?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And I will remind you that in his notes, but I imagine in character as well, Zaki Barakat has been very intrigued by the mention of these butterfly ships. So he might be wanting some answers on that. But as you walk back in out of your cabin to talk with the others, I'll leave it up to you.
Right. Well, we are thinking that we need to explore this a little bit more deeply, and so for the moment, I think we need to fashion a way of talking to this guy, and then on the basis of that, we decide whether we complete the job or whether we change our plan. You'll still get paid, Kerif, Zaki, maybe. Obviously, if we don't go through with the job in its totality, but as the client for this job, we think this is the correct strategy for now.
It's a trap.
It might be, but I am a very good judge of character. I can tell if somebody's talking to us. I can tell if they're lying or not. So we need to go and talk to him, and I'll be able to judge whether it's a trap or not. There's a fair chance that it is.
And I can't see any other way of going around the side, as it were, or trying to find another way of getting to this conclusion, because he obviously knows who we are. He's probably having us watched. We haven't really found an easy way to be able to move around in the restricted zones. In fact, we haven't found any way really other than being disguised as Mirrans for this particular event. And then we've still got to tack ourselves onto that Mirran delegation successfully to get in. So I don't see any way of getting to have a private conversation with this guy without going through this process, it feels to me. Kerif, do you still stick to your advice from earlier?
Yeah,
It's a trap.
we'll go along under protest.
So your plan is to infiltrate the Mirran delegation, but also add something red to your outfits.
I think so, yeah.
Yep.
Or
Zaki,
not to add something red and to risk being taken out by the opposition before getting to meet him.
or adding something red and being shot by his guards as we get there.
Yeah, because that's how the method they're using to identify us.
Although there must be more than 5 people wearing red in this whole thing.
I think they've identified you pretty much, given that
Yeah.
the only one they may not have identified is Karif.
Yeah, he
Because-
stayed on the ship.
Yeah. But the 4 of you are possibly known.
Yeah,
and
well known.
your faces have been photographed or whatever by a small beetle.
Got a nice shot of the underside of my boot.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
so as part of this, then Kerif could go in separately.
Yeah.
Not as part of us. We go in as the 4, but he then infiltrates the Mirren delegation, but not obviously with us. And doesn't wear red, which, you know, might go against your principles of agreeing with a senior Zalosian fellow.
Yes.
And you can watch from a distance. You know, ideally without being known by them. It gives us a slight possible advantage, doesn't it?
Maybe. Zaki, what do you think of that plan?
No, I've fall through. Can I just one little minor suggestion about the red? Maybe we have something red, but we hide it, as in like a belt. He's got something red, and then just flips over the belt. Because I mean, he's asking if I remember the message right. He was asking if you're openly joined, but you're not decided. So.
No, that's a fair comment. I guess my one thought is that if we go there without showing the red, he's going to be disinclined to talk to us.
Zaki, I think you might remember. I think your memory might be pretty good. You remember what the message is. I will read out to you what he said about that. Let me be your new guardian. Join the cold flame, and you shall always have a home here in Zalos and the support of an order that will fight darkness until our dying breath. Regardless, you will be allowed to leave in peace as long as you give up the mission you came here to carry out. Sorry, okay. I missed the line about wearing red. Between those two sentences,
the key line.
Wear red tomorrow, and I'll know that you accept my offer. Regardless, you will be allowed to leave here in peace as long as you give up the mission you came here to carry out. If you choose to join me, bear in mind that the martyr has no mercy for those that betray the cold flame.
So wearing red or getting killed?
Well, wearing red means we're in, and then they will then kill us if we do something that goes against their principles.
I guess we can go with dividing the group. I guess this is better to get more information. It's not advisable, of course, to divide the group as a cliche, but this is the option that we have, I guess.
I'm always dividing the group in these games.
Yeah.
Sure thing. Game's coming right up.
Sorry, Siri's talking to me. Okay, so are we saying that 4 of you are going potentially wearing some red thing, and Karif is going dressed as a Mirren churchman?
Yes. So I'm
not
kind of
wearing
thinking
red.
that I'm not inclined to wear red if it means sign me up. I was kind of thinking of wearing red.
We want to talk to him.
We're not going to kill you. Maybe I wonder if we wear pink. Is that?
Yeah,
a red rose. Putting a red rose in the shirt on the bottom of the shirt.
The capybara wanders through the room between you and looks up at each of you in turn, and then wanders on to his litter tray.
He's got to be careful because, make a nice pair of gloves out of him.
They want to have an audience with him first?
What, the capybara? He might have something sensible to say, though. He might.
Let the capybara wear red and...
Some the capybara, yeah.
The communist capybara, but okay. I can talk to Ubon, maybe if you want to deliver a message.
That's not a bad idea,
That,
actually.
no, that's not a bad option. We've obviously got that potential route for sending a message, haven't we? That's not a bad idea at all.
Maybe we could just send a message that says, "Well, we've received your message. We are kind of considering it, or we find some of your message compelling, but would need to have a conversation with you face to face before we could fully commit ourselves. Content with whatever security arrangements you wish to make for that meeting to preserve your own safety." Something like that, maybe. Do we have to do one of those little holograms? Which one of us gets to be the hologram? Have to be maybe, surely.
What? Because she looks most like a princess.
Yes.
I'm surprised you didn't go with Hammy.
He can't talk, as far as I know.
It's my good job to speak for him.
We can add lip behind. We can add lip behind the hologram.
Yeah, that might not.
He can do a capybara voice.
Might not go down so well with the head of the Zalosians. And we could
Not
get
the head of
Karif,
the Zalosians, a high-ranking member of the Zalosian.
we could get Karif to do it, but we'd have to beep out all the swearing.
What? Karif doesn't swear. All Karif says, "It's a trap."
That sounds like a good idea, Zaki. I think we should do that.
Let's try that. Yes.
Okay, but before I risk myself and go meet some women, poisonous women that sell snakes, what are these butterfly ships and darkness and this strange conversation you're having?
Did we have that conversation in front of Zaki?
No, but there were mentions of butterfly ships, I believe, in the message from.
Right. From Samesh.
Let me remind you again what he said on that regard. Because I'm beginning to think that maybe Zaki might have a bit of an eidetic memory for blue holograms. Let me. Where is he gone? Where is he gone? No. Yeah, so he had said, "I want to fight the darkness with every weapon at my disposal, exterminate the Nazarene pawns once and for all, and destroy the butterfly ships that sow discord and hatred around the cluster. The hand of the martyr rests on your shoulders. You are the survivors that drew blood and lived for the one true icon. But you have become tools of evil. Let me be your new guardian, blah, 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 blah." So they're aware of the butterfly ship and the Uharan incident that you just barely escaped from.
Was the presence of that ship ever publicized in the reports of the incident? On the news, on the media?
Oh, there's you asking me a question.
Well, an adequate GM would have known that off the top of his head, surely.
Well, yes. If only the players remembered the shit that I'd said weeks and weeks and weeks ago. If only they all wrote notes like Mohammed and kept them in order, then I wouldn't have to remember that sort of shit. But I will look for you because that's the kind of guy I am.
I'm glad you're doing it with such good grace as well, Matt.
So no, I think I do remember somebody telling you a little bit of information about where butterfly ships had come from, but generally it's not public knowledge. But you were told a number of places where they had appeared.
Yeah.
So I bring you back into the room. What are you saying
Back
to
the
Mohammed?
question.
Have we got any reason to
I mean,
hide?
to
hide, you know?
Mohammed's character, obviously.
It depends on what Zaki's personal agenda is, doesn't it? For
This is
Act
Coriolis,
4.
not Alien. He doesn't have an agenda.
No, I don't think there's anything to hide, is there? So we've in the Aharon incident, the incident was caused by a so-called butterfly ship that was very fast, and I guess very powerful in that it took out a lot of Zalosian ships. We were very lucky.
What it did was kind of do something to the local
To the star, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it? Yeah.
And you are you telling him about the other butterfly ship that you have seen, or the other two butterfly ships that you have seen?
Yeah, so we saw one on Kua when we discovered the emissary. We saw a butterfly ship flying off from there, and we saw one under the water within the hold of another ship.
Well, crashed
In the
into
moon.
another ship, I think.
Crashed into another ship.
In Ihara, wasn't it? It was.
Yes, it was.
It was that mission. Yeah.
And that ship we saw implode and kill one of our associates.
Oh, you had to bring that up. He's in the room.
No, he isn't. He's
Well,
dead, isn't he?
He's not in the room, but his player is on the Zoom StreamYard.
He nobly sacrificed himself to save us.
That was good. That was.
Not that he planned to nobly sacrifice himself, did he? He just got kind of a bit caught at the last moment. Not that I'm trying to denigrate your contribution, Nicholas, to that scenario by any means, because it was a huge.
I get the impression he knew it was coming. He knew it was going to happen.
I think he planned to sacrifice himself. I vaguely remember having a conversation with Nicholas. Could of course speak for himself, but I vaguely remember he didn't think he was going to survive.
That's very big of you to let him, Matthew. So we saw them there, and basically the children of the song told us the butterfly ships are from the First Horizon, and they're here, and they are a big threat to the Third Horizon.
Oh.
Although we don't know exactly what their plan is or what they're intending to do in the Third Horizon, but
Or how they're getting here.
no.
It might all be rubbish. It might just be some faction with a new bit of advanced technology that is going around doing stuff. Might all be a fairy tale.
Can you make a
Although it's
manipulation roll?
clearly advanced
Dave?
technology.
Who? Me? What role? Motivation?
No, manipulation roll.
Manipulation role.
Given that you have met one of the crew of one of these vessels,
That's true. Yeah.
I think you're gonna if you're saying that about it could all be a fairy story. You have to
No.
you have to make.
That was just me saying that. Wasn't Oshin saying that. No, I'm not trying to make him believe that. No, that's fine. I'd forgotten that. We've been playing this game for a very long time, and my memory is bad at the best of times.
Yeah, that was about a year ago, wasn't it?
Oh, that wasn't. No, that was only
That
beginning
was-
of this year.
Yeah, that was only 6 months ago. I barely remember what I did 6 minutes ago, let alone 6 months ago.
Oh dear. This
Yes,
is
okay.
why streamers are young. They have decent minds.
Yeah, exactly.
You see,
Yeah,
right, okay. Shall we move on?
yeah. That's
Okay.
so. I'm. Yeah, that's fine. I'm saying that, and then I'm saying, well, okay, but it was all very weird. But I've never seen somebody else from the First Horizon to be able to compare what I saw on that ship to somebody from the First Horizon.
No.
So I've got no idea what that was. That was probably more likely to be from the dark between the stars rather than the First Horizon.
I think that's fair. The knowledge you have, or what you've been told by the children of the song that they represent the First Horizon, is
uncorroborated at best.
It's uncorroborated. Although your man, thingy Bob Alim, in this message did equate them with the Nazarenes.
Hmm. Yeah.
And for our viewers, the Nazarene sacrifice were a destroyed sect that no longer exists anymore. So we don't need to worry about that.
Nice try, Matt. Right then. So does that help you, Zaki?
Doesn't help me at all. This is very, very serious situation. This is
And
not
what's-
a pull and grab type of mission.
Are you particularly worried about this for some unusual reason that we ought to be aware of? Keep watching, Yakub.
Aren't you worried that the first horizon are coming from unknown places and people are paid to getting killed and some strange events are happening all over the third horizon? Aren't you worried? I'm worried.
Yes,
It was a quick mission. Just assassinate some person and get away. This is easy money that I wanted. I want to get far away from Mira. I want to get far away from Mira as possible. Get quick some money and just settle far away as possible.
So
Are
you in trouble in Mirror? Yeah, that was my next question. Thanks, Gia.
Because I have got bonus points.
I'm very big trouble if I go back to Mira or someone from Mira find them out about me. I am maybe wanted dead.
Is there a price on your head?
Yeah, what's the price? Just asking for a friend.
I made a bad deal with the Okra Dharma organization in Mira. I failed them badly and get one of their top members arrested and one of them killed by the guards. On this mission that I told you that I was very... the port mission that I was talking about, it failed miserably. So from this mission, if I want to deliver this message for you, I'm risking my life. I need to get paid more. I'm not a hero of the horizon like you. I'm just a simple data gen who have a simple mission. I'm not a hero. So I will gladly help. But
well, you'd better take that up with the person who contracted you. That's Karif. So if he wants to offer you more money, that's fine. If not, I'm sure we can find that woman again because we met her. So
you didn't have much relationship with her yet.
No, that's true. So yeah, okay. Hang on, Zaki, are you backing out of the deal then? Are you?
No, I'm not backing up. I'm just doing my mission, but I will do my mission. Any extra fees, it will be like some extra per diem, if you can say it. I will do my job as I instructed, but doing extra, I will have more money after care of permission, please. I'm risking my life. This is a completely different situation here.
So surely then, aren't you risking your life?
Hiding this information from me, I would never have hired you if you've told me that. So you're going to be paid less.
I can wear red anytime and go meet Samish alone.
Yeah.
But the thing is, though, I think you're saying that you want to hide from Mirrans, and here we are joining a Mirran delegation to get into this place.
Yeah, is there a risk that one of this delegation is going to recognise you?
Isn't that risky for you and for our mission for getting into this place? And maybe you should have told us that earlier, possibly, Zaki?
I didn't know we were meeting some Mirran delegation coming here, and this situation is getting bigger every single minute.
To be fair, nobody would expect a Mirran delegation to come and have intimate conversations with the Zalosians.
You know, Zalosian and Mirrans don't get along.
Maybe they've come to ask for Zalosian's help in tracking down this terrible criminal who just fled from Mirror.
Absolutely, I'm sure that's the amazing thing.
Maybe the Third Horizon wants Zaki. Okay, this is very, very famous Zaki. Okay.
So this person that we need to talk to, she's not Mirren, is she?
No.
And there is one
No.
delegation of Mirrens on this entire planet. So the chances of you bumping into somebody from Mirror who's going to recognize you by going to talk to this woman is very low. The chances that somebody from Mirror might see you and recognize you as we tack onto the Mirren delegation is going to be high. So I'd suggest you probably don't want to join the Mirren delegation because that might end really badly for all of us, including you. But you're very safe to go and talk to this woman and pass the message on.
Yes, she is not Mirin, she's Sadal. And if there was some Okradharma from this delegation, then you have to consider it, because this is a criminal organization in Mira. So it's very strange some members of the Okradharma to be members of this delegation that coming to visit Samish.
I think we can see that when there's absolutely no connection between the Italian mafia and the Catholic Church at all.
Allegedly, obviously, we don't want anybody who is from the Catholic Church or
the two entirely separate organisations
watching this and coming and knocking on your door, Matt. So
I guess I'm just saying the contract that we had has changed. Some more risk has arisen. And I guess maybe can affirm with me that we need more change.
Well, I think the risk to all of us is well, actually, the risk to the rest of us hasn't gone up. The risk to the rest of us has been very high all along, but you've been hiding that risk. So actually, I think, as Kerev says, you don't actually deserve the money he's agreed to give you because you left out a very vital element of the risk management equation for this for this mission. Right at the start, you should have mentioned that in your interview.
Who don't have a dark past, my dear friend?
No, true, but you might have mentioned it.
Yeah, I mentioned it because there is Mirin, and like you said, there is a slight chance that I can be recognized. So I'm just giving you the heads up. I'm not trying to fail the
I'm
mission.
remembering exactly how open Karif Samun was when you interviewed him, Oshan. So, why do you need to know my name or whether I can do anything?
And I don't. If Karif didn't just do a background check on me, then I guess my traces are very hidden.
Yeah, background check. So he likes badminton, enjoys holidays on the beach, is wanted by the entirety of Mirren society. Yeah, fine. Let's
Not the entirety of Mirren society, too. Just the Okra Dharma.
Let's get things rolling till we can kill this guy and go home.
Which guy are you talking about now, Kerif?
These discussions, I feel, are going long into the night. In the morning, the Mirren delegation is scheduled to arrive. If you're going to infiltrate them, you're going to be up quite early.
Yeah, so, before we get there, don't move us on 12 hours yet, Matt.
Okay. Well, I think it's more like 6 hours now.
Whatever.
Going up to midnight,
Do we have some clothing that would... like a veil or a face mask or a Sedalian mask or something.
I think Zaki made sure that there were.
So actually, if you've got like
long hoods or something like that,
then actually you're pretty safe. Particularly just to go and give the message to this woman.
And bear in mind that Zaki has shaved his beard off since we last saw him, so he's obviously getting ready for this, guys.
So, what is the mission that you want to convey? What is the message that you want to convey?
Whatever I said about half an hour ago. So it was something.
Yeah,
like,
we're interested and we want to have a chat with him first before we
Yeah.
correct him.
Okay.
But but we are content with whatever security arrangements he wants to make to preserve, if he's concerned that we are going to present a danger to him.
Okay, I just recorded it into the tablets and I'm going to meet.
Right, it is late at
Over.
night,
Okay.
but you off to the Souk of Mists to.
Does somebody want to go with him?
Maybe
Yakub or
Maib,
maybe or Karif.
yeah, maybe from
Yeah, that's brilliant. So go to the spy with the only person that the spy hasn't seen as one of the conspirators. Sounds good to me.
Well, Karif was.
But if you want to do that, I'm not going to get in the way of your player agency.
Yeah, well, shut up then. Karif was making the point that might not be a good idea, and I accept that. But I think maybe we should have a couple or maybe three of us go with for this mission. So I don't know if Yakub and maybe want to go with Zaki.
I'm just going ahead, and you can not together. Maybe I can. You can follow me from behind.
For Zaki's security.
Just keep an eye. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
Coming,
Maybe.
Maib.
Follow. Yeah, follow.
So maybe and Zaki and Yakub.
Yep.
Okay. I'm just realizing that I haven't opened the map up. Excuse me. Let me just go and find that. Because we like maps, don't we? Open that one.
So I wonder if Zaki Barakat is actually Zaki Barakat's name, or whether he's now somebody completely different.
Are you having this conversation with Karif?
I am, yes. I am having this conversation with Karif.
Okay, you have that conversation when I set the screen sharing up, and
Yeah. Well, what's a name after all?
Oh, well, because Karif isn't your real name either. Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
So basically, you're lodging here, and Zaki and the gang have to go all the way through the commerce district and into here, into the Souk of Mists, which is well, it's this whole block actually. But in the square that you found, Thingamabob, there is her cybernetic or a biosculpted pet shop. It is, though, as we're approaching midnight, closed.
Okay. I cannot see her anywhere.
She isn't out and about entertaining children with her snakes.
Okay. I'm just joyfully coming to her and said, "Good evening, my dear sister. Praise the martyr."
Are you knocking on the door?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's inside the shop. I guess
inside the shop. I imagine. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. Okay, I'm just knocking on the door.
There seems to be no answer. But then you hear movement from upstairs, and a window opens and a little balcony up above your head. She leans out and she says, "Who is it that disturbs me at this hour?"
It's me, dear sister. Praise the martyr. Sorry for disturbing you.
My young lover, she says. Have you come for an assignation? Did you like the gift I gave you?
Yes, it was a very, very, very amazing gift. I want to gift you something in return also.
What are you other two doing, Yakub
I
and?
think I'm kind of standing a little way away, trying to keep out of sight. I think they're just watching, trying to watch
right.
all around.
And what about maybe?
Yeah, she tried to keep the distance.
Okay.
Watching it.
I've got images in my mind of Blackadder the Third, George, and what was the name up on the? Come on, crikey!
I'm just going to roll some dice.
The
for
balcony
her.
scene.
Um,
Read her a poem.
Sausage time! Sorry, everybody.
Well, I think there may be a misunderstanding about to happen. Right, I'll roll some dice for her just to see if she spots the others.
So infiltration to avoid.
Are you using your infiltration?
Yeah, if it's to avoid, I don't want to be.
Make a roll.
One success.
I also get one success.
You don't think she has spotted you, and so she makes no reference to the others, Zaki, when she says, "And you've come alone, I see," which can only mean one of two things. Do you like baklava?
Sorry?
Do you like baklava? Mint tea?
Yes, sure. I need someone now. I didn't have. I need one. If you have.
Yes, no, I have some here. Wait there. Let me get dressed, for you have caught me preparing for bed, and that may have been your intention, but in polite society, one should observe the common form.
Oh.
And
Take your
light
time,
goes on upstairs, and you can hear a bit of banging about, and then the banging about suddenly goes downstairs a bit. She was on the sort of third floor. She's down on the second floor. Now you can hear pots and pans and things opening, and then eventually you can hear her stomping down the stairs and drawing back the bolts on this door and inviting you in.
Okay.
Again, she's very observant, so she's looking out around you to make sure that you're not being followed.
Just when she entered, just distract her by kissing her hand and saying, "Good evening, my dear love."
Oh, I think I've read your motivations right, she says. Come in. And the ground floor is mostly shopfront, so it's night, and all the animals appear. Well, not all the animals. Some of the exotic talking birds in cages under covers. You can hear a little bit of moving about of mice and things like that. There is the amazing sort of pale-skinned python that she was playing with is curling around a sort of stand that it sleeps on, and it's awake and it looks at you. But she leads you past all of that and to the little staircase at the back that takes you upstairs into her living quarters. And she's got a small sort of reception room. It's laid out with carpets and with low cushions and a low table. And you can see that before she came down and let you in, she'd boiled up some water and was steeping some mint tea and has a pot of honey there and some baklava laid out. It's obviously slightly stale baklava because she bought it this morning at the latest, but it's all there. And she says, Zaki, my friend, my confidant, sit down. Tell me what brings you here in the middle of the night.
You know my intention, my dear love, but I also want to give you back some gifts. Returning the gift is very, very courteous from Mira. You have to return the gift. I couldn't just stay to the morning to return the gift, my dear love.
Oh, she's a little bit flustered by that, almost like it's not a thing that she was expecting. But it's just a frippery. It's something I gave you out of it was a token. I'm sure it didn't even work.
No,
You keep it. You may use it for spare parts.
every gift from you, my dear love, is very good for me. Just everything from your beautiful scent.
Her heart flutters. Can you make a manipulation roll? I think.
Sure. Manipulation.
He's very smooth, isn't he? He's very smooth.
Sorry, I need to check my talent because I don't have manipulation. Okay, I don't have manipulation, but I have the dexterity to. I have the talent to use.
Oh, do you use your body? Yeah.
No,
This is a family show, remember?
I have the dancers of Ahlam talents that used my dexterity instead of because I don't have any any manipulation points. So I'm
That's
using.
fine. And you don't have to spend darkness points for that, do you?
Yeah.
I think.
So agility 5 dice only. Okay. 5. Okay, smooth criminal. As usual, as Zaki, 0 successes.
But I think he says then, I think you are toying with my affection, Zaki. There's a message on this gift you bring me?
Was there a message on the gift you gave me?
It's a question I was asking you, she says.
Yeah. We never know.
And who is the message for? Is it for me to read in private?
No, this is another message we can give you. So if everything goes as planned, maybe we can have a message together.
She raises her eyebrows here. I see. So this is business and not pleasure, she says.
Maybe. You never know.
How urgent is this message?
This message is very urgent, my dear love.
So it seems this baklava will go uneaten.
No,
have I got to take this message somewhere straight away? If I do, can I trust you to be here when I come back?
Sure, don't be late.
She gives you a little smile and puts an outdoor chemise on. And
can I come with you? You know,
no, I don't think you can. You're a foreigner.
A lady as beautiful as yourself, at least to the safe place. A lady as beautiful as yourself is not meant to walk the streets alone.
Oh, I think if you want to accompany me to the gates to the forbidden the whatever zone they call it,
the forbidden lands,
not the forbidden lands. Let me find that map again and zoom in on it. One there.
The restricted area.
The restricted area, not the forbidden zone. If you want to accompany me across the Souk of Mists, then by all means. But you will be able to go no further.
Yeah, sure. I know the rules.
Very well. Okay. And will you wait for me there for my return?
Sure.
She smiles. And so you head out and go across the souk.
And Zaki was discovered in the morning in the dead shows his that's so slit.
Well, no, she accompanies you to one of these this tunnel here, as it were, and then turns and says, "You are a gallant gentleman for escorting me, a woman on my own, late at night. Can I trust you? Did you guys follow the other two? I'm imagining."
from a distance, try to keep out of
From a-
sight.
Very much from a distance, yes.
I think you should make infiltration rolls.
2 successes.
Okay, I think you better have a darkness point because I'm rolling that again, and I get 1 success.
1 success. Oh, where my spare darkness points gone? There we go. I'd almost run out of darkness points, but I haven't. She says, "So good for you. Watch your back, for I fear somebody is following you." I'm not sure I trust him, she says with a little smile. And then she passes through the column, and the 2 magistrates make a subtle body motion to block your way.
No, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just staying here.
You are
Can I-
genuinely waiting.
Yes, I need to know if she conveyed the message or not.
Very well, very well.
Can I see if I'm being followed but not by my Mabe and Kenneth? Sorry,
No,
Mabe and
I
Yakub.
think the only person you can see is Yakub, who wasn't quite as successful at hiding as Maybe. You've lost track of Maybe unless she makes herself known to you.
Okay,
I'm
just
I'm going to keep hidden, but I would like to make sure there isn't anybody else out in the
I was
street.
never here.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to make an observation roll, Maybe?
Okay. Not my strongest, but one success.
No, nobody's following you.
Okay, maybe. I guess I have. Okay, continue. No problem.
Okay. It gets quite cold this time of night in this island, and this moon. It's called the Souk of Mist for a reason, and there does seem to be condensation in the air. But eventually, she comes out, bowing to the 2 magistrates, and says, "You did wait for me. You did wait for me. You weren't attacked by that ruffian."
No, just they are doing their job. No harm, no foul.
Doing their job, you say? Are they looking after you? Are they making sure that you're not taken advantage of?
No, my love. Let's go back to your home.
Really?
Have everything
He's very
went
keen to be
successfully?
taken advantage of, I think, isn't he?
Have everything went successfully?
If I carry a message, and I think it's a message that's for you, but also not for you.
You know, everybody work for someone, right?
Yes. So the person you work for may wish to know that they will be welcomed if they come as part of the Mirren delegation. And there is a possibility of a conversation.
If we go with the Mirren delegation. Okay. Okay. Everything is going to Zaki's plan, as usual.
So,
so
are you having to leave, or can you stay the night and send your friend back with the message?
Can I just ping them from my tabula, or?
Oh, of course you may. Are we going to have to draw the curtains over this scene?
No,
Please.
I'm just walking her to, and then leave. I'm not staying the night.
So
probably.
for
Not
this,
say that.
so
Okay.
for this scene, do you want to put put 4 of us off the screen, so it's just you and Zaki for his love
I am
interest
not going to
moment.
perform, although I love you all as players. I am not going to perform a love scene with any one of you.
That might
You
have
have,
just
as GM,
interested.
once played my character's wife in a very
I
convincing
did,
manner,
yes.
but we were breaking up then, splitting up over coffee, not doing a love scene. So that's about
That
as
is
far as
true,
I would
yeah.
go on the emotional side. Yeah. So what is your plan, Zaki? You escorting her back home and then moving on back to the ship.
Okay, I'm gonna use one of my talents, the travel talents.
Mm-hmm.
Am I making a good choice? You can
By
ask the GM
leaving
By
her
about
there.
a
not
choice you have
spending the night with her.
I think
yeah.
you're probably making a good choice.
by leaving. Okay.
And that costs you a
Okay.
darkness talent?
Let me read. You can ask the GM about a choice you have to make in the game. It has to be a choice with only 2 options. The GM must then answer truthfully which of the 2 is most beneficial to you, if that is all possible to estimate. There's no talking about darkness points. Okay, and each give the GM 1 darkness points. Okay.
Okay. So I've taken a darkness point. I will say it kind of depends what a good choice is. I think
Yeah.
if you wanted to get
I-
laid,
I'm trying.
then you could
No.
stay with her, and that would be a good choice.
trying to. I'm
If
just
you-
trying to get more information, maybe by being smoothly and being charming with her to just pull out some more information that can help us.
Basically, if he goes back, is he going to get murdered in the night?
He's not going to get murdered.
Yeah.
But it may complicate things, I
Yeah,
think.
That's was my intention.
plan.
But if it's going to complicate everything, I'm just going to go back to the ship. Just say, "Oh, I guess I'm being followed, so I don't want to put you in risk." Blah blah blah. If it's a bad choice to just continue with her.
Sorry, so what's your plan? That you're taking a circuitous route, but back to the ship?
Yeah. If you answer that it's a bad, it's not beneficial for me to just stay with her, I'm going back to the ship and say, yes, I'm being followed. I don't want to raise suspicious for you and
maybe it looks very much like Zaki thinks he's being followed. He takes a very a very circuitous route back to the ship, and you two struggle to catch up with him. Zaki, could you roll infiltration?
Zaki is a very loud person, so infiltration. I don't have infiltration, only agility. Okay, so only 4 dice. Successfully enough, 2 successes.
Okay, maybe and Yakub, could you each roll? Or are you together at this point now?
I think we're probably not. I think we probably would have separated.
Okay, then.
just,
So you can
cover.
each roll observation, please, and you need to get more than 2 successes, or you will lose your colleague.
Oh boy.
I've lost him.
That won't be good for me. No successes.
Yeah. So Zaki, you
I knew
suddenly
I was going
realised
to be in a bitch.
your 2 commanders, your 2 guardians have don't seem to be following you anymore. You're not, I guess, convinced that you're not being followed by somebody else. Do you want to make an observation roll to decide whether you are or not?
Sure.
So while back on the ship, Karif and I are saying, well, if Zaki tries to shake off Yakub and maybe, then he must be up to something. If he comes back alone, we should just kill him when he gets here.
Yeah, I don't trust that guy.
Just to be safe and save the money, of course, as well.
Okay, 7 dice, 5 wit and 2 observation. 1 success.
You're pretty convinced nobody's following you anymore.
Mm.
I'm just going to head back to the ship
Okay,
then. If I've lost Zaki.
Well, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to
Yeah, I
rule
go back.
that because Zaki took a circuitous route back, that you two arrive back at the ship without Zaki. So I'm just going to kick Zaki off this
But
conversation.
did Zaki send them the message though about the message?
On the tabula.
Because he was saying he was going
Well.
to send something on a tabula, didn't he?
Yeah, did you send
Yeah.
that message?
So did we
Yeah,
all get
I
that?
said I will ping them.
Yeah.
I said I ping them the message. Okay.
Right, I'm just going to leave you out on the streets for a moment.
Bye, Zaki. Good luck.
So you two arrive back on the ship having lost Zaki.
Where's the mirror?
He shook us off. He did send a message. He got a message through, and he did actually ping us a message back saying that if we go with the Mirren delegation, there would be potentially an opportunity for a discussion. But then he headed off in some strange direction and lost him. So I don't know. I thought he might come back here, but obviously not.
Yeah. Right,
What is he up to?
I am going to spend some darkness points on an event, I think. Give me a moment.
A
Where's
real
it gone?
professional operation, this.
Sorry, Karif.
A real professional operation, this is.
Well, it was fine when it was just the two of us. Well, I'm not sure it was actually. That might be overstating it somewhat.
Possibly.
Yeah.
I'm bringing Zaki back. I'm not going to send the rest of you away. Zaki, welcome. On your way back, you
Oh my
are.
God.
I'm spending 0 DP, so it doesn't even cost any darkness points. You see a little ragged Zinger humanite, and Zingers I will tell you about in a moment. But very low caste, or effectively low reputation. And she's a little girl. She has a very tough skin. It's but she's about 10, I think. And she says to you, please, mister, you going back to a spaceship?
How do you know going back to the spaceship?
You're heading in the direction of the spaceport.
Okay. What do you need, my little girl?
I need off this planet. I was brought here as a slave. They work you hard in the shipyards. I've escaped from there, but I just want to get away. I can work for free on your ship. I'm good with technology, and I could be a good engineer. I'm a good chemist. My people, we're renowned for our technical abilities. I know I look young, but I could be useful. I could be as good as a crewman as any you will find.
Where are you from, my dear?
I'm from Labal originally, but I have spent most of my life here as a slave on in Kamaruk.
You know, it's not my ship, to be honest. Can I see if there is a trap?
Can you see if there's a trap
someone
in what she's saying? So you want to use her manipulation versus yours, I guess, to see whether you can see whether she's tricking you. Okay.
Mm,
Let me just find her
okay,
stats again.
manipulation.
Is she
Blow up
effectively
my
Karmarok's version of Jacqueline the Ripper?
Jacqueline the Ripper? I've not heard of that. Oh, I see what
As
you
in-
mean.
Well done, Matt. Keep
No.
up.
The remake of Jack the Ripper, but like Ghostbusters. Okay.
We might be
Manipulation?
finding Zaki dead face down in a ditch somewhere yet.
Yeah, I have two other characters. If my characters is there.
Okay. She's
Okay.
got one. Okay. How many successes did you get? 0.
Zero.
She seems to be telling the truth.
Trust
Of
every
course
word
she's
she
telling the
says.
truth.
You
Okay,
know that the
my dear.
Zalosians do use slaves in the shipyards. Dave's old character was a slave in the shipyards once upon a time. You don't know Dave's old character though, but it's not unusual.
Yeah, that's Dolosians for you. Okay, I will just go to the port, but I'm not the owner of the ship, my dear. I'm just a servant. I'm not the
But you'll
owner of
make
the
a
ship,
case
but
for me.
please tag along. I
Thank
don't know
you.
you that much, but you look like a decent little girl.
I am. I work very hard, and I know lots of things about ships.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not from here. Can you lead the please?
Oh, she doesn't have a name. Weirdly, she has the scats and tills of a scientist from the NPC.
Is that her name? Weirdly.
Oh, I'm gonna have to roll a dice. Could somebody roll D66 for me, please?
I hate this D66. No, D66.
Yeah, this is your critical attack as she disables you with one blow.
35?
35. Her name is Mimoun. Mimoun. Mimoun.
Do I need to make a note of this for this transient character that we're never going to see again?
Well, no, I think she wants passage on your ship, so I think you should make a note. And she comes back to the ship, and I don't know. I don't imagine you knock on the door. I imagine there's some sort of signal when your tabula gets close to the ship. What have you guys done? Have you assumed that Zaki's dead and put the ship on high alert, or are you waiting for him?
Well, I think the ship is always on, understated high alert. Yeah.
Understated high alert. Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't got lights flashing and alarms going off, but
Yeah, we haven't had to change the bulb.
we'd have to change the bulb for red alert.
Can you write her name in the Discord, Minun?
I will.
I'm not sure we're letting her on board, though, frankly.
No, we're not picking
Send you
up
a private message.
3 children. Although, if she's a slave, we can. I better tell her she's lying if it's a scam.
Zaki,
Although
where
we
have
know
you
she's
been?
coming.
What's this?
Okay. This is a
Please,
poor
sir,
girl that
says,
she said she's.
talking to you, Karif, assuming you're the captain, she says, I'm a slave. I've escaped from the shipyards and I'm looking only for freedom. I'll do whatever you want on this ship. I'm a good engineer, a good scientist. I'm a good chemist. I
think she can wait there for now outside the ship for the moment. We're not letting her on.
It's a trap.
okay.
Zaki, get in here. Get in here.
She
Yes,
seems content to wrap herself up by your landing gear or something for a bit of shelter. And
Okay. I want external sensors watching her, cameras and that. She's so good with
Okay.
ships. I don't want to, like, you know, just unscrewing my landing gear while we're sitting here.
Okay. You can set up one of the cameras to point at her, but she seems to be falling asleep. And now it's 5 to 10.
Can I give
So
her
what do you want to say,
some?
Zaki?
I want to give her some sweets and dinner for her.
But she's
Okay.
going to sleep. We can leave her there for the moment. What happened, Zaki? Where
Okay.
did you go?
What?
Yeah.
You lost.
Yes.
Maybe and Jakub lost you. Where were you going? What were you doing?
I was being followed, so I just I don't know if I was followed by them or someone else. So I took a different route to just save myself. I send you the message. Am I? Didn't the message was received?
Yes, we got.
Yeah,
the
we
message,
got.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I was being followed, so I took a different route, and I found this poor little girl begging me for help. I couldn't leave a little girl alone in Zalos streets alone. I know I'm a criminal, but I'm not a cold-hearted person.
Are you a traitor?
What? If I traitor, did I have leave a message and go risk my life and getting lost by these two? I'm not a traitor. I'm a guy. I follow my contract. I don't change sided. Maybe I'm a criminal, but I don't change sided mid mission.
So you tell me. Okay.
He did seem to do the job.
Yeah.
You know,
Let's get prepared for this.
for these mirrors in the morning.
Okay, but just give you the heads up that I don't know if I'm good to blend. I'm a Miran, yeah, but I don't know if my cover would be good if I infiltrated it with you. I don't know
You
this
can wear a
Miran
false beard.
delegation.
They'll never recognise you.
Yeah, maybe I can put a veil. Yeah.
Are you telling us about your conversation with the woman and how intimate it nearly was?
No,
As
I'm
a
just
player.
keeping it private to myself.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I'm keeping it private. Yeah.
Right.
I was just trying to get information, but
So I think we could probably. I think before we do that, I think we could probably mask you up, Zaki, and I think you could probably join us in this delegation as one of the group. Because otherwise, what role are you going to perform whilst we go in? Because you're not staying on the ship.
I will give you
whilst we're in there.
Okay.
And that kid is not on the ship.
I don't know.
Who's going to feed Hemi?
I don't know what to do.
We've got one of those automated dispensers. It's fine.
Right.
Hemi could stand to lose a few pounds anyway. Fat thing that he is.
I don't know what to do I don't know what to do to just trust me. I don't know. I'm not trustworthy. I don't look trustworthy, but maybe someday I will gain your trust. So I can infiltrate the Mirin with you if I put some mask, and I can tell you if there is some suspicious members of this delegation. If anyone
That's good. And also, you can tell us if there's a Miran tradition or something that we ought to respond to, or if there's a phrase of greeting and there's a specific greeting back or something, then we're in a better position if we've got you with us than otherwise. Because we wouldn't necessarily pass as Mirans either.
In fact, if anybody talks to you, it should maybe be Zaki who.
Yeah, exactly.
Talking, since he's the only one.
He's the Miran,
I believe.
Yeah.
Very well. I am going to call it quits because I've had a pretty tiring day today. It's 10 o'clock. I was expecting us maybe to have got off the spaceship an hour and a half after.
We got
But
off the spaceship and then we got back on again. What of it?
I only got off the spaceship to say that girl isn't coming on board, and then I got back on board again.
Very well. So we shall start at the next morning, at the next session, with you infiltrating the Mirrans. I'm not going to give you any time. So between now and then, think about any planning you want to do. Think about how you're going to use Karif if he's not coming with you. And tell me the plan, because I'm sure our audience enjoy watching you all planning for an hour and a half, but we don't want to do it again. So we'll see each other. We'll see everybody again next week.
Excellent.
And Dave, just to say, there's no alien this week.
It's not this week, so we missed last week. We just skipped 2 weeks, so it'll be a week on Thursday for the next Alien: The Colony.
Excellent. Thomas Bolton thinks you should just
And
make
I kept
sure
it
you
PG-13.
let one in. Sorry?
Okay, she's
So-
a vampire. Okay.
If you're lucky, that's the best outcome.
Yeah. She could have
Very
been on
well.
a skateboard at
And I
night. when-
Yeah.
I kept it PG-13 for the audience. So,
Well, and for us as well, mate. Thankfully.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure the curtains would have closed over the scene and we would have left that up to our viewers' imaginations.
I should
But
hope so too.
let's just say goodbye to the viewers now.
Yeah.
And
Thank
we'll
you for watching,
see you next
everyone.
week.
Bye.